Hey everyone, welcome back to video number 3, and we're going to pick up on step number 12 for beginning new documents, okay? So we're going to go into Chrome, like always, and we're going to make sure we're logged in. So just in case you forgot, make sure you log in with your account that you've set up. Okay, we're going to go to our little 9-square menu and click, oh, you're like, where's Docs? Where's Docs? Okay, see this more right here? All right, we can see more here. Now, I'm jumping ahead. I'm going to jump ahead to step number 18. Because if you're thinking, is this all Google has to offer? No, you go even more from Google, okay, and it brings you to here. And this is what I have circled right here, okay, all the products. Now, this is where you'll come, especially to the home and office section, okay, which is what I have circled a lot. That's Drive, Sheets, this is how you can go to all these things starting out. Okay, so for example, Docs. Okay, welcome to Docs. And if you don't want to get there that way, you can always get there by doing your little 6-square, okay? Oh, see, I'm not signed into the right one, okay? Yep, here we go. All right, so now I'm going to start a doc. Google Docs, okay? Now, you're going to see this screen when you're using multiple accounts, okay? So let me scroll back up to number 13, okay? We're going to have to switch accounts on this one. So this is the screen that we're on right here, okay? So let's go back to the home page. So if I'm logged in as google.test@envisionedplus.com, okay, and I say I want to do my Google Docs stuff, okay, it's clearly just going to say you're signed into someone else, because I've got 4 different accounts open right now. So really the easiest thing to do to make it work is you just click sign out. It signs you out of all these accounts, okay, and then you got to pick the one that you're working with. And since this is the one we set up, google.test@envisionedplus.com, that's what I'm going to click, okay? So I go through the system and see now this page. This is step number 15, okay? Just make sure choose an account to use with Google Drive. This is google.test, that's what I want to use, so I click continue, okay? Now what's that done is it's actually logged out all my other accounts, okay? Now sometimes you can get tricky with it and have multiple accounts open, but if you're going to be using Docs and Sheets, you got to have just one account that you're using at a time. That way Google doesn't get confused about who's doing what and it doesn't make errors in your files. Okay, so here's our Docs home page, and I believe that is step number 19. Okay, so you can see docs.google.com. If you put sheets.google.com, hangouts.google.com, same thing. You're going to get to the exact same place where you want to go. And again, if I said even more from Google, same situation. So here's my Hangouts that I'm going to click on. Right here, Hangouts under Social. So I click Hangouts, you see hangouts.google.com. Okay? These are the quick ways to access all your applications. So I highly suggest that you check out this even more from Google and just see what all you have available to you. But obviously we want you focusing on home and office and social when it comes to the Hangouts, okay? All right, everyone, so I know you've probably got questions that are related to, how do I add something to the drive? How do I even do anything, really? So like I always say, just make sure you're always signing out of your account. You can manage multiple accounts, but if you're new to this stuff, I highly suggest that you just sign in and sign out with one Google account each time, okay? So I'm going to go back to my test, and I'm going to go to my drive. And if I'm looking to start a new document, instead of going here like we've been looking at in this big old apps menu, okay, I can just simply right click. And I can add a new folder, I can upload files, or I can upload a folder, from my actual documents folder. I can do all of that if I wanted to. Or I can right click and just say new file, and look at this. Forms, slides, sheets, docs, it's all available to me. So again, I'm making sure I'm in the right account, and I'm going to click new file, and it's a new Google Doc. Now I can create whatever I want. So I can call this is a second test. Okay. Okay. So my account's correct. I've got my new document and it's automatically saved into my drive. So if I go to my drive, remember, refresh. Okay, boom. This is a second test. And I can do all my sharing. I can send someone the link. You know, you can just send someone this and they can open it. Not necessarily edit it, but they can at least view it. So if you're sending a stakeholder a financial sheet or something like that, they just need to see it. You can send them a link. That way you don't have to go through the process of them ever having to start a Google account. So if I Control-C, if I copy that, you know, that's the link that you can just kind of paste into your email and send somebody, and it'll give them access to that folder. Okay. And then other than that, there's the sharing option where you can share it with other people who have Google accounts. You can preview it. You know, this is what it's going to look like when someone opens it on their phone or on their tablet or something. Or you can trash it. You can move it. You can add stars to it, and you can even download it. And this is really cool. This is something you're going to want to pay attention to because some of us like working in Microsoft Word. So I go to this second test and I'm like, well, Michael, I don't want to use a Google Doc. I want to use Microsoft Word. Okay. So I'm going to go to my menu, which is the 3 dots right here, menu, and I'm going to download it. See right down here? What did it download as? It downloaded as a Word document. Okay. So now I can move that to my desktop. This is a second test. And see? Everything converted over. Isn't that cool? Now let's do the reverse. I'm going to rename this. This is a second test added to Google Drive. Okay? So now let's say that this is my document that I want to add to the Google Drive. Okay, so that's a little bit different monster. I'm going to go back to my drive. So making sure my account is correct. Okay, and I'm in my drive. Not shared with me. Okay, I'm in my drive. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to move my window over here. And if you didn't know you could do that, you know, you can maximize or minimize a window, whichever way you want to do that. And with Windows, I slide it all the way here, and it just kind of does that, which is pretty cool. But this is how easy they make it. Here's my document that I want people to see. So this is a shared, let's say this is a shared folder, and I want people to see this document. What do? Just simply, boom, see that? Incoming. Just release. See? And now you can see that the Word document is in my drive, which is great. You know, that saved us a step. Okay? But then you might be thinking, well, Mike, now that I have a Word document in my drive, how are we going to edit it together? Not a problem. Anytime you open up a Word document that's in your drive, it will automatically convert it to a Google Doc. See? Watch what it does. This is a second test added to Google Drive, so my file hasn't changed. And here we go. And my account is correct. So now I can edit. But what's important is that, see this, all changes saved in Drive? This document will be saved in my Drive, but the document that I dropped in there will not have that information added to it. Okay, so that's why it's important that you think about doing stuff in Google Docs instead of Microsoft Word.